Hey. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Join Kiki Brown, LaShawn Tipton, and Jerry Tipton every Saturday at 9:30 on Urban Media Today Radio through Live 365 and tune in. It's funny, it's informative, never boring, and sometimes it's damn near disrespectful. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast. Catch past episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Anchor FM, and UrbanMediaToday.com. Hey girl, hey. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. I'm your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
And I'm the chatter chick, LaShawn.
And I am your millennial chick, Jer.
We have Zarah Charm with us tonight. Those of you who do not know, you're going to know who Zarah Charm is. You need you a Zarah Charm in your life, child. Let me just tell you. I knew Zarah when I lived in Baltimore, when I lived and worked in Baltimore. Zarah used to do my hair. And if you know the connection between a hairstylist and her client, then you know it's real. You know it's love. And her spirit, you'll get to know her just a little bit in the second half of the show. And after that, you're just responsible for reaching out to her yourself. So Zarah Charm, thank you so much for being here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm so happy to see your face.
You too. It is mutual for sure.
Yes. Look at her hair. That's her.
Gorge.
That's all her. That's her. That don't come from no bag, honey. Zarah,
and bags are okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing, but I'm just saying.
You know how people get behind the computer. They'll start talking about, she don't like the bag hair.
The problem is not with me. The problem is with you. Yeah. And I'm gonna need you to just fix it. No. We're gonna learn how to not make other people's stresses our stresses with Zarah today, because she's gonna teach us how to kind of find our own peace. And she's now, so the thing is, for me, Zarah is a certified NLP practitioner or NLP practitioner and hypnotist. Now, this is not flat twisting hair. This is some serious business.
This is something else.
And so hey, Dinah Blackwell is checking in.
Hey, Dinah.
We're gonna get to Zarah in a second, but Zarah, so that you know, we hit hot topics first for the first half because our celebrities are out here just living their best lives and jacking them all up, and it gives us something to talk about every week. So first up is Marques Houston.
Who is he?
Marques Houston used to be on Sister. He was also a part of Immature. Was it IMX?
It was Immature, and then they changed it to IMX.
Yeah.
When
because you get to a certain age, you just can't.
Let's get naked. Yeah. That's the only song I remember. So anyway, so he's 41. He's 41, and he is married to a 22-year-old. Well, he met her when she was 17. They got married when she was 19 in 2020. And recently, Marques Houston, according to the Jasmine brand, opened up about why he likes dating women younger than him, that he doesn't prefer women his own age. He says they're a red flag. Is a red flag to me was always with a woman that had a kid. Nothing against single women, but single mothers with children are a red flag for me. He says, if you're going to have kids, make sure it's with this is a conversation that he had with his dad. If you're going to have kids, make sure they're with the woman that never had kids. So that's why it was always a red flag. So I don't know if it's to blame his dad or blame him, because I'm a single mother. And, it's just, that's for some people, that's life. And so I guess with his now wife, who is 22 years old,
she's 19 years older.
And he met her when she was young, 17.
She was a kid. She was somebody else's child.
And that's why they made such a big deal out of it. They were like, oh, well, it's not like he, just met her. You know what I mean? He knew her. They were saying like how he was like preying on her, I guess, like that, and waited until she got of age, you know, to marry her. And I feel like when he did that interview, it was a little cringy to me. To me personally, it was a bit cringy. I mean, everyone has a preference. That's fine. Me personally, I say that I don't want to date a man with kids, but I'm not looking for 17-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the difference is. So, and a lot of people have said they think with him, and this is just guys in general, they like dating younger women so they can groom them and just kind of like, I don't want to say use them, but they can, you know, you can manipulate them more. You know what I'm saying? Like opposed to a dating a woman your age at 41, they've been around. You're not going to try to do no slick stuff with them. You know what I'm saying? So I think his reasonings are different, and I think that's why people looked at him a little bit strange when he did that interview.
Okay, Zarah, what do you think?
It's disgusting, and I don't like it.
Okay,
it's disgusting. I don't like it.
What part is disgusting? What part is disgusting?
What do you have in common with a 17-year-old? What do you have in common with a 19-year-old? What are you really discussing? What are y'all really talking about?
Especially when you're 36.
That was so special that you had with her that you couldn't have with anyone in your age group. No.
He knows what he's doing. He know why he picked her. You know, like you said, what do you have in common with someone that much younger than you? You know, like,
but does it complement the maybe his underdevelopment of who he is as a man, and maybe he's on that level, like or maybe she's intelligent and she gives him, you know, that intelligent feedback, you know, maybe she, you know how people say you must have been here before, you know what I mean? Right. You have an old soul. So maybe she's that way, or she's just as immature as he is. So I hope he finds happiness. I hope it works out. Whatever.
It take men a little bit longer to mature than women. I mean, me being a woman of a certain age, I always liked older men whenever I was younger. And you know, they used to be like, they really liked me too. At 17, I wasn't dating a 36-year-old at 17. No. And then a conversation, like Zarah said, is different, because when you're 17, your whole conversation is, and like I said, like, did you like, what did you like? You know, what man want to have that conversation? You can't even take her anywhere to go, like let's have drinks. They really don't know that much about coffee. So you're not going to a place to have coffee. What is she doing now? After school, she's running around with her friends. She's probably going to cheerleading practice. So how is that for you? So, and then with men have to understand is, he might be immature at that age, but surely when she gets older, he also gets older. Things on him are not working when hers are just at their peak. Yeah. So, you know, and then he'll be sitting around, you know, upset and jealous whenever other guys are looking at, well, you shouldn't have been dating.
Checking his AARP mail. You know, we get 50% off at the IHOP.
Yeah. So, you know, and they're gonna ask him, is this your daughter, or things like that. Get ready for that.
Yeah. Still, you know, she got her whole life ahead of her, and I feel like it was taken away from her so soon.
I'm gonna also say this,
you know,
sis got friends and sis got aunties. Yeah, and aunties was like, girl, let me tell you something. Yeah, that brother got some money, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if he's still producing or writing or whatever, but he got some money. Stay with him for as long as you can.
Yeah, we all
maybe pop out a baby, and you know, and then you good for life. Because sometimes this is how we think, and that's sad.
Like, where did she meet him? Like, where did they meet? You know what I mean?
At a B2K concert.
Right. Taco Bell.
Chuck E. Cheese.
What you
Chuck E. Cheese. The ice skating rink. At a college campus, you got served. Something like that. You know?
She up to crunking and breakdancing.
Right.
Come on.
My mom said I can't be out late. Right. All right. Speaking of being out late, I wonder if Chance the Rapper got his hall pass. He celebrated his birthday at Carnival. Nah. Let me just tell you, Chance the Rapper was living his absolute best life. And folks are coming at him because there was a video circulating of him dancing with a woman. Of course, he is married. He's married to his high school sweetheart, childhood sweetheart. And folks is like, shame on you. You married. You should be mind your business. It's my birthday. It's carnival. This is what I'm doing. My clothes was on. Now, mind you, she's doing her little dance or whatever, and he's she was all up in the business.
She
sure he looked like he wasn't thinking nothing about the kids, the wife, the dog, the mortgage. He wasn't thinking nothing about her. And I don't believe he has responded to the claims. These are just people coming at him saying you should be ashamed of yourself. You are married. And he didn't. I don't think he did anything wrong. He's just having a good time for his birthday. Ladies, you all chime in.
Carnival is a culture, and it is not like American culture. And so dancing on somebody else is not a problem in carnival culture. So if you don't understand, it's not for you.
It really isn't. We over sexualize like things like dancing.
You didn't see the video?
No, and I don't.
Okay. I just
I don't want to look at it. But the thing is, it's like if you go to like an African party, I mean, the best time. They'll dance all night and like windy on each other, and it's just like even the kids do it. And it's not a big thing. It's dancing. Like it's not really over sexualized. We do it with everything. Everybody get an R. Kelly mindset when it comes to dancing.
Oh,
did you like that? That's Kelly mindset. I know. I just popped that out there.
I thought about his name with the last segment, but I said I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm gonna put that energy in here.
Right? Like, but it's like she said, it's a culture. It's what they do in carnival. They're half dressed, and they're not mad about being half dressed. Everybody's like, it's cool. We're half dressed. We're having a good time. So get your life, people. Get your life.
It's also about your relationship too. If that's acceptable in your relationship, if you've had that conversation, like, listen, hey, we're going to carnival and this is what we're doing. There's some people who set limits at carnival. Like, listen, you can dance for 2 songs max. After that, you're done. Like,
who's to say his wife wasn't there holding the camera?
And then there's that.
Yeah, she
get it warmed up. Get them juices flowing, because when we get back to the hotel, it's about to be on.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe she's into it.
Maybe he did have a conversation with his wife before then. Like, hey, it's my birthday. It's carnival. It's part of the culture, and it's Chance the Rapper. We don't hear nothing from him like that in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's young. He's having fun. He's living his life. He's going to go back home to his wife, his kids. We don't know. It ain't like he took her back home.
His wife ain't stupid. She's not stupid either. She got aunties too. Now auntie said, "You better shut the hell up. Shut up right now. You better shut the hell up."
I'm so glad I'm not an auntie.
Let me just tell you something. I'll be that auntie. You better shut up right now. Shut up.
Let man have fun
let them have fun. Just getting. I had a. It's not right for me to have the vision that I had in my mind because he passed away. But I remember that when Kobe and Vanessa and he was sitting there at that press conference.
I remember the fit. Yeah.
He's in it. She's sitting there with that big ass ring on her finger. It's like, go ahead, keep talking.
I remember talking. It gave a look. It was just a look.
He's sitting there like,
so sorry.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Like, I wish you would do it again.
I wish you would. I wish you would. Speaking of, I wish you would. Jonathan Majors.
Love him. I really like John.
Jonathan Majors, Creed 3. I have yet to see it. I will not see it. I will not see it because I'm still not cool with Michael B. Jordan. I'm still mad at Michael B. Jordan.
What's wrong with? What did he do?
I don't want to go through it because I'm triggered. So the Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan with the whole Lori, whatever her name is, Harvey.
I like Lori.
I can't do it. I can't do it. So Creed 3, Jonathan Majors, he got into some situation with his girlfriend, and the police were called in New York City, and he was arrested back in March for assaulting his alleged girlfriend, who still remains unnamed. 30-year-old woman was hospitalized with minor injuries to her head and neck. I just think they had really hard sex. And she got mad at him and like, if you don't give me, no, I'm just playing. I don't want to do that. That's not right. If you don't give me my number, call the police, call my dad. No. But he's been dropped by his talent manager. He's dropped some endorsements, a possible movie. Yeah. He's set to face a judge May 8th. Prosecutors are charging him with multiple counts of harassment, according to the Jasmine brand. His attorney recently attempted to clear his name by releasing a series of text messages to the public from his alleged victim. And the text messages were seemingly meant to show the woman admitting to being in the wrong for what had transpired. Like she was saying, I'm sorry. Can't you just tell him that I didn't mean it? I apologize. Well, too little, too late, sis. And now more women are coming forward and they're communicating, they're cooperating with investigators. And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Lovecraft Country. I did not like the show, but I think he is an awesome actor.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
I think he's an awesome actor, and it's just unfortunate. And if this actually happened, I'm not saying that it did not happen. If it did happen, this is sad. And things that are done, my grandma used to say, things that are done in the dark come out in the light. And this may be his time that this is something that he's done. But I will say that a lot of women that look like us immediately said, I'm gonna wait this one out. Let me see what happened.
That reminds me of the situation with the I don't know if they were a TikTok couple or she was on TikTok or he was on TikTok. Well, the black dude who was killed by his white girlfriend, she was young.
Yeah.
And black women especially was like, this ain't our battle. He never liked us anyways. He was with that white woman and, all this other stuff. So that reminds me of, kind of this situation too. But I mean, this is hard. I mean, domestic violence is never okay.
Never.
I mean? It's right. Never okay. And, I don't know. It's hard because I like him as an actor too. Like I think he's a phenomenal actor, a great actor. But I can see, the backlash coming from it because he's dealing with, a white woman and saying, "Oh, this ain't our battle." Right. You know what I mean? Like
white, black, purple, green. Domestic violence is domestic violence.
Absolutely.
Now, people are coming out and they're saying that he did this and there's proof of it. Yeah. Well, then. His feet got to be held to the fire like anybody else who do that.
Yeah, who do it.
Mm-hmm. But this is what guys have to realize too. I mean, you got to watch when you get to a certain level, I guess, in life. You got to watch where you go, who you hang with.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me talk to you for a minute. Listen. So here's the thing.
All right.
Everybody ain't your friend, bro.
Everything's your friend.
When you get famous, I need him to get like a, the Olivia Pope type agent.
Right.
He gotta let me holler at you, bro. Let me.
He need a Steve Harvey to talk to him.
You need to listen.
Everybody
Michael B. Jordan should have told him like,
bro, go with you. That's what he's
Michael B. Jordan should have been like, bro.
Yeah.
And what these guys gotta, if he's innocent, any guy that's in a situation that's innocent, what you gotta do is like when they start doing this, you gotta videotape that. Like if she's like attacking you, come outside with that. I mean, like I'll be outside, like look what she doing.
Wait. So as soon as they start arguing about the movie,
come on.
Wait a minute, let me get my phone because I need to record.
Yes.
None of us are gonna have a chance. None of us are gonna have a chance.
You're gonna need it.
Zara, what do you think?
I agree. Domestic violence is domestic violence, and I wash my hands with it. I don't like none of it. When your PR says I'm done with you,
ooh,
yeah.
Well, that's because they don't see potential in making any more money. I honestly believe that. It's like, well, if you got dropped from this, if you got dropped from the Army, it was an Army commercial. He got dropped from the Army commercial. He got dropped from an upcoming movie. He's supposed to be in a Marvel movie. He got dropped. They're like, well, shit, I can't.
Marvel.
I can't make no movie.
Your PR dropped you and you were in Marvel.
Marvel,
Marvel, bro.
That's money.
Like,
They can't.
I can't make no money. I can't, bro. I'm just gonna have to. It's been cool. I'll come over for Sunday dinner and brunch, but no.
I can't.
Because Marvel is stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah.
Now, if Jussie Smollett can make it,
Juicy Smollett.
If Juicy Smollett can make it back.
Come on, Juicy.
Stay black.
Juicy
Stay black, Jonathan. Stay black. Stay black.
I think he can make a comeback.
I don't know. Not with domestic violence. I ain't gonna be around his behind. I know that.
Yeah, Juicy did something else crazy. We were just like, this.
Yeah, Juicy came
ninja. This ninja.
Juicy Smollett came back.
Yo, he recorded a song too. Like, wow, really? Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
How's it doing? I don't know.
Not too sure.
I don't know.
After I got that noose off my neck.
You're in our
Oh, Juicy Smollett. I miss him.
Don't you got his number?
I got his number. I ain't feel like calling him. I stay with the numbers.
Zara, we got something called Who the F Cares News. These news stories have hit the trending topics across the country and a lot of the streaming apps, and people are talking about it. But at the end of the day, it's like, who cares? Like Young Miami and Diddy. I don't know who told her they were in a relationship.
He said they weren't.
You're with Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy ain't.
You're with Diddy. The only woman he loved was Kim Porter and J-Lo.
Yeah, and
there was only two.
Yeah.
Didn't he just have a baby?
Just had another baby.
She just now leaving. She just the baby. The little girl is a little girl. She just
the baby.
Listen, she had a little girl. He just got a little baby. The baby's not even one yet.
Oh,
not even one. She's probably 6 months.
And it's okay. So I did look at I'm going to do my confession. I did look at what is that, Miami hip hop or something? Yeah, isn't that Miami? Like the hip hop ones.
Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Love and Hip Hop Miami. Isn't Young Miami? Isn't she on there? Isn't she the little one? Like she kind of look.
She's on City Girls.
Oh, maybe this is not the one. Is she on? She's not on Love and Hip Hop.
I don't know. I gave that show up years ago. I stopped. It's the way it kills my spirit. We'll talk to Zara. We'll talk to Zara about these triggering reality shows and how they steal your joy.
I need
in
to
a minute.
Hypnotized from this.
I can't do it, y'all. All right, another one. I'm happy for her, but I'm kind of like, okay. Fantasia reportedly enrolled as a student at Central State University.
I've seen that.
That's what's up. Black college. Keep it going. Put the money in there because we lacking in money.
Okay, good for her. Amazing.
I think when celebrities go back to college, I think it's a great thing because if you got enough money, what else you doing?
What else?
Why don't you just get an education? You know what I mean? I think that's wonderful. And then to support an HBCU on top of that, because like you said, Central. That's the one in Philly?
Not Central Catholic. Not Central Catholic.
But the
Central
one
State University.
Central State. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like out there in the woods one. They almost lost the credibility and all that. Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's awesome. Mm-hmm. I think that's awesome. Do that.
Okay.
What's your education?
So clearly you care.
Not really. And what Zara said, what's she going to school for? Who cares? I don't care how long she go to school.
Look, she got a spark. She filled out the application, y'all. She paid the application fee. She didn't put her classes. She didn't fill out her classes yet. She didn't get her syllabus. So
she could be going to like, what is this little place? Minnesota University. One of them universities online. I could care less.
Wait a minute. Hold up. As a graduate of University of Phoenix,
right?
Because I owe them ninjas $80,000. Let me tell you something. And I ain't doing near another thing I went to school for. I don't remember not one class. Listen, you're going to give me my time. I am reclaiming my time.
Get your time.
Damn
I
it.
feel you.
Damn it.
You.
Shoot.
I mean, I don't know. She could be going for basket weaving. Oh, I care. I don't care.
Basket weaving.
Okay.
What y'all do?
Nick Cannon. I
You
try,
said that
Zara.
right.
I
Cannon.
try and bring up Nick Cannon every episode because every episode he
Why?
has a new child. Because he has a new child every episode. Nick Cannon says that he could possibly be one person holding super sperm. Because the women that he is raw dogging,
Right,
say they are using birth control. See, this is the thing.
I don't believe it. I don't.
Nick Cannon does he go to Howard University?
yeah.
He is not stupid. Nick Cannon is not stupid. This brother, you come on, bro. First of all, you should not be raw dogging anybody.
That's the first problem.
Anybody. HIV is still out here. Syphilis is still out here. Gonorrhea is still out here. Herpes is still out here. You should not be raw dogging anybody. And birth control can take care of the KID, but not the HIV. So I'm going to need you to handle it.
Look at you.
Bars.
KID.
Bars.
HIV.
Dinah says Nick Cannon needs therapy. Yeah.
Yeah. He needs to be hypnotized. Let's work with that, Zara.
And LaShawn's favorite family, the Kardashians.
Oh, that's when I go off screen.
Sean's girl.
Wait, Sean. The Kardashians will return to E! with a 2-part docuseries called A Billion Dollar Dynasty. So if there's anything you do not know about the Kardashians, it will be in this 2-part docuseries.
Yeah.
What don't we know about the Kardashians?
We know that they got money, and every episode they rub it in.
Now
it's like a billionaire dynasty.
Kris Jenner is the GOAT.
Man,
she working overtime.
That's my girl.
Kris Jenner is the GOAT. I'm sorry, she is the GOAT.
And like Homewood Corey, her boyfriend. I love Homewood Corey.
Here's my question.
He's straight from Homewood.
He's her bodyguard, right?
No,
is he her security? No. Was he her bodyguard? Was he security? So she paid him as security. So any gift that comes from him really came from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Who's getting technical like that? His mom got a new refrigerator and a microwave. Why are you talking about that?
Ooh. He got aunties that was like, "Listen here, little boy.
Listen here, Corey.
Let me tell you something, little boy. Y'all need to celebrate these aunties."
All them times I picked you up from the bus stop, Corey. Come on now. Sat there right there on Hamilton and Stranahan and waited for you. Come on,
Stranahan.
That's Homewood Corey right there.
We got Zarah Charm in the building. Zarah Charm is here. She didn't listen to all this nonsense and everything that gives us trauma and triggers and stress. And so we're going to talk to Zarah Charm about how we can find our peace. And then her story, which I believe you'll find super interesting because I know I do. I live vicariously through her Instagram page and her TikTok. Child, you need to get you a Zarah Charm. This woman that left Baltimore and she has been exploring the world. And we're going to find out why. We're going to take a quick break. And then we'll come back with Zarah Charm. This Hey Girl, Hey podcast is brought to you by the Allegheny County Health Department, hosting overdose prevention pop-ups in and around the city of Pittsburgh. And you can find more at harmreductionallegheny.org. We'll be right back. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Hold tight.
Fentanyl is not just in heroin. The drug supply is changing. And I carry naloxone because I don't want to see nobody die from a drug overdose. You can test your drugs for fentanyl. Small changes make big differences.
Hey, it's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. I was trying to black us out because, you know, Zara was taking a swig and we sitting there scratching her head. I was trying to black us out, but clearly that didn't happen. Anyway, shouts to the Allegheny County Health Department. As Stacey Brown would say, nobody has to die today. So make sure you test your drugs because a lot of the drugs out here laced with fentanyl. And she was talking about horse tranquilizers. I'm like, damn, what type of high you want to be?
Yeah.
Jesus, you're trying to, I just want to disappear. I That's how high I want to be. I want to
have a little talk with Jesus. I'm
yes,
I'm just gonna walk back and forth.
I can't do it. Ooh. Let me tell you something. Living in Baltimore. That's how I learned how to say it. I learned how to say it that way.
Well, you said it right too.
Baltimore. Hey, Baltimore. Hey, Baltimore. So living in Baltimore, I have learned survival. I have learned creativity, not in that aspect because I'm scared as hell. But I've learned to be creative. A lot of things that I've learned in my 8 years of living in Baltimore. I'm here at Pittsburgh, and I'm so excited about just knowing that my good friend Zarah is just flourishing. I don't even remember how we met. I just knew that I cut my locks off. I wanted to stop straightening my hair and adding heat to my hair, and I went natural. And I found you, and Zarah helped me regain just confidence in my hair again. But we developed a friendship through that. And every time I saw her, it was just her spirit was just amazing. It was always positive. I don't think I've ever seen you mad.
Oh, that's a blessing.
I don't think I've ever seen you mad. But I just want to officially welcome you again to the Hey podcast and ask you, just tell us about the what you can reveal to us, what it was like, what caused you to pack up everything from Baltimore and just head to Thailand. Like,
okay,
tell us that story.
Yeah, so I was a hairstylist. As of now, I still claim being a hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist for 12 plus years. I had my own salon. I was doing all the things. I've reached all of my goals in styling. I had my salon stylist in there. Everybody's making money. We're all living well. It's salons downtown in the heart of Baltimore. I live 2 blocks away in the high rise. All is well. And I just felt like something was missing. Like, I achieved all these goals because that's what we're told to do. Achieve the goals and then you'll be happy. And here we are. And I'm still like, something's missing. And so I'm achieving and I'm doing and something's still just not right. Like, I'm just not happy. I went to Thailand on a vacation with a group of people. Nothing special happened on this trip. It was just a weekend. It was a week-long trip. I'm used to traveling. Traveling was my jam. Always, all my clients are like, where are you going now? That was always my thing. I'm the traveler. Go to Thailand and I come home, and the only way to describe it is I felt like I was homesick for a place I never lived before.
Wow.
Wow. I just felt a calling. I felt a pull. That's the only way to describe it. I was like, there's something more for me here. Like, I don't know what it is, but there was something more for me there. And like I said, nothing happened on the trip that was like, oh, I had this big moment. No, it was just a regular vacation. We had a good time, but it was just, everything was normal. I came home and I was like, I got to go back. And so for a long time, I'm just like, all right, I had that feeling in my heart, but I'm like, I just need to visit there. And so one day, it was a Friday, a girl, it's a tarot reader. I'm not into tarot. I was not into it. That wasn't my jam. A tarot reader went live on Instagram. And so I asked her, I said, should I move? I didn't tell her where. I didn't say anything. And in the reading, she said, yeah, you should go. It's actually a very good idea that you move. This is going to be a big move for you. It's going to be phenomenal. Great things are going to happen for you. And then she said, I'm even seeing this might even be overseas. And so I was like, oh, okay, all right. And so I held on to that. And so this is a Friday night. So I'm going to my mother's house to visit my family. So I'm in the car, in the Uber on my way to my mother's house. And I'm talking to my good girlfriend. She's calling me. She asked me, how was Thailand? I haven't talked to her about Thailand, just my trip. And I'm like, it was great. It was so wonderful. I'm telling her about Thailand. And then I was like, I'm feeling real crazy. I think I want to move there. She was like, girl, move there? You want to live there? I was like, I think so. My Uber driver turns around. Mind you, I'm in Baltimore City. My Uber driver turns around and goes, hey, listen, I didn't mean to drop, but I'm from Bangkok. That's the capital of Thailand. You're from where?
Wow.
You're from where, sir? And so for me, I don't believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe in signs. I believe in synchronicities. I don't believe. And ever since then, I just saw signs slowly but surely that I need to go there. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I need to go back to Thailand. Thailand was amazing. I moved in 2018. March 2018 was when I felt the need to go. And by August, I packed up my salon. I sold all my things and I moved abroad to Thailand. It was amazing. I met so many wonderful people. Thailand, there was for me, I needed to go to Thailand because there was a big Black population there. I needed my people. Like
in Thailand?
I was going to ask.
Listen, we there. First of all, we're everywhere. Like we are everywhere. But we were in Thailand and we were deep. A matter of fact, I got to put the pictures back on my social media so you can see. There was a lot of us. One of the crazy things, listen, the last movie that, oh man, what's his name? I feel bad. But Spike Lee filmed a movie there and he was looking for extras. There was over 100 Black people there looking to be extras in his movie. We are there. We are there.
That's what's up.
We are there in Thailand. We are there in Asia. We were there. We were deep. We were from everywhere from the States. There was a lot of us were from the States all over. There was a lot of people from the UK, but we were there. We were deep. It was great.
That just got up and moved to Thailand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really? And I'm going to tell you, wait a minute. The first time I went, when I went on that short little vacation trip to Thailand, I met a Black girl from Maryland. Crazy. Because I wasn't interested. I wasn't there actually meeting people, like going out of my way to find the community there. I didn't even think to find the Black community there. But I met a Black girl from Maryland. She was there and she was teaching and she was just telling me about her experience there and how great it was. And she was like, my cost of living, she said, I'm paying probably $1,000 for the whole month of me living here. That includes my place. That includes me eating. That includes my phone bill. That includes everything. That includes me going out on weekends. She's like, I live a very good life for $1,000. And I was like, wow, that is amazing. You do what? Huh?
Right.
What? So one of the things I learned is people are moving. So for example, here in the States, you want to get a place. Oh, you have to get approval. You have to have this. You have to do that. Listen, you want a place there, go see a house. You want to get a 3-bedroom house, $1,000. Here, you pay 3 months deposit and that's it. You have a good day. They hand you the keys same day.
Was it hard for you to find a place? Like where were you looking?
So I lived in Chiang Mai, which is, so there's the main city, Bangkok, which is like the big city. You would compare it to like New York. It's very fast paced, always moving, always on the go. Chiang Mai is like in between. It gives a little suburbs. It gives you a little city, but it also gives you a little suburb. If you move out a little further into Chiang Mai, away from the city area, it'll give you a little bit of country and rural area. And then there's the beach town, which is Phuket. I lived in Chiang Mai and I would travel back and forth between all of them depending on how I felt. But because the flight was only $20 to go to another city, which America could never.
Oh no.
My little lady, $20 flight though.
America could never.
And who paying for the gas?
Yeah.
No. So how did you deal with this is not something that you thought about for your rest of your, like you didn't, this is not on your vision board. I'm gonna move to Thailand. How did you deal with the language? Like, how did you deal with that?
You know what's interesting? Well, so one thing is I lived closer into like more touristy areas. So that way I'm not too far away from English. Like I said, I stuck a lot with a lot of the Black people. And also, even when I did meet Thai people, there's a lot of communication that's nonverbal that you don't even realize how powerful it is. There's this festival, and it just happened last week. It's their festival called Songkran. It's their New Year. And so for their New Year, they have a countrywide water fight. So I'm talking about everyone has a water gun. Everybody's spraying each other. And my Thai neighbors, number one, they made sure that we knew each other. Even though we could not speak to each other, they made sure that, hey, hello, like that was understood. We made sure we communicated with each other during Songkran. they handed me a gun and we were squirting each other. We formed little teams and we were getting like, and all of that was just through body language, and it's understood. There's a language that's just in our smiles and just in our eyes that's just understood. It's very interesting. I love that.
Yeah, smile is universal.
Then we have Google Translate.
I'm sorry. I have to ask, how did you become like? I have so many questions and they all just want to come out at once. From a hairstylist to now a certified NLP practitioner and a hypnotist.
Mm-hmm. So how did I get there?
Practitioner.
Yeah.
So hair is very powerful. Hair is an energy exchange.
It is.
I can feel when people are stressed. I can feel when people are going through things, and it's something that I can only feel, and I cannot explain it because I've been doing hair for so long. I can feel the energy transfer. And so when I'm talking to people, when I'm experiencing people, I can feel your energy.
I remember you telling me you must be sick. You were doing my hair. You said something's wrong. You must be sick. And I had uterine fibroids at that time. And I didn't know that, but I recall that. I don't remember much, but I remember you telling me something's not right. You must be sick. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I could feel it. And so then when I was doing hair, I could feel it, but I also didn't understand it. Like I didn't know anyone else who could feel certain things off of people the way I could. And so when I had the space to learn, when I moved abroad, when I moved to Thailand, when I moved to Malaysia and Mexico specifically, Mexico is where I learned hypnosis. That's where I was able to learn more about the mind-body connection, how our thoughts really affect our bodies, how what we eat really affects us in a way that we don't even understand what we think. If you were sitting there and you were in a state of stress all the time, I want you to understand that your cortisol levels are rising every time you sit in this space of stress. And now we stress is important. We need to understand stress. Our cortisol levels rise. So that way, if we need to run, if we need to move fast, our bodies can do it. But if you are in a constant state of stress from an email, then you're going to hold on to this cortisol level, and this cortisol level is going to make it hard for you to breathe. It's going to make it hard for you to digest food. It is going to make you hard to, it's going to slow down your whole body's processes, all just from your thoughts. And so if you understand how important your thoughts are to your body, you start to realize, I got to really adjust my thoughts. And I can feel when people are stressed. I can feel like heavy energy coming off of certain people just based off your thoughts. And so if I can help people shift their thoughts into a way that's more productive, that can actually heal them, that can help you take away your cravings. My favorite thing I love to do right now is helping people with sugar. The sugar addiction is real.
Oh my God. Sugar is the devil, and we know it. And we know it.
It's so good. It's delicious. It's in everything. And when I can get you off of sugar and you were starting to realize, I'm sleeping thoroughly through the night. I'm not craving sugar. My client told me she went through the candy aisle for Easter and didn't feel anything. She didn't buy anything. She made 3 dozen cookies for her family and did not eat one. When I can help you do that, I'm working.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
And that's through hypnotism?
Through hypnosis and NLP, yeah. So NLP
What is NLP?
I was about to ask the same question. Go ahead.
Neuro-linguistic programming. And so it's just retraining your brain to think a different way. So it sounds crazy, it sounds scary, but a lot of our thoughts, so the subconscious mind, we have our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. The majority of our decisions, our thoughts, our beliefs, and actions are based from something that we believe between the ages of birth and 8 years old. And if you know anything, you knew nothing at 8 years old. You didn't know anything at 8 years old. And so there's people who struggle with money because they were always told money is hard to get. Money is evil. Money is the devil. Money is so people have negative beliefs around money. If you've watched someone just if you watch any negative habits, or you just have an idea based off of how certain things should be, just based off your relationships with other people that you learn between birth and 8. And so as time goes on, your mind, your conscious mind is going to continue to feed that belief. So for example, if I believe I could never move abroad, then that belief is true. If you believe it, it is true. So if you believe that, oh, travel is hard, I can't do it, then you won't do it. Yep. But if you change that belief and say, you know, I am open to traveling, I have the options, your mind is going to slowly start to bring options and beliefs and things that help you solidify that thought that, you know, maybe travel is for me. Yeah. Maybe this is for me, or it helps you think a little bigger, change it out of a limited mindset. So,
right. And you said you used to travel alone a lot. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that what you used to do? So that's a goal of mine, to travel alone. But I always had this mindset, you know, I was so scared. I'm used to traveling with other people. It was for a comfort thing, and so I wouldn't be bored, or, you know, I would feel protected or whatever. But I came now to the realization, like, you can't wait on people, you know what I mean? You just have to go out and do it. But I still have that little bit of fear and anxiety of traveling alone, you know what I mean? So what is some advice you could give, you know, to me and other people who want to do more solo traveling? Where should I start, basically? Should I start small, work off big? What things should I do, avoid? You know, any type of advice or tips would be helpful, because that is a thing I really want to start doing for myself.
Yeah. Well, number one, fear is important. You need a little bit of fear to get things going. People are like, don't be afraid. No. Feel the fear and move forward. Like, you do it scared. That's that's it. Yeah. So number one, feel the fear and move forward afraid. Starting with social media. If you want to, there are tons of travel groups dedicated to Black people who want to travel, who don't have friend groups, who don't have, you know, my good girlfriend, she don't want to go with me. What am I going to do? Well, there's tons of groups of people who will go, who host literally monthly vacations and trips to go to different countries around the world. So that way you don't feel alone. You can do the whole process of booking flights and all of that with a community. Building that travel community is really, really good. So if you're like, I don't want to do it by myself completely, that's a good way to start. There is a girl, her name is Travel Like a Boss, BAWSE, Travel Like a Boss. She teaches people how to travel abroad by themselves, and she has a whole course around it. It's great. Facebook is the sauce. Facebook is everything. There is a travel community on there called No Madness. Listen, No Madness has all of the sauce, and it's completely free. No Madness is it's a Black owned company. They're really, really good. They have, if you look up almost any country, there's so many people in there. They have so much information in there. So if you're like, hey, I want to go to this country, you can easily find in the files, like, this person, here's what they recommend, here's the hotels, here's the options. There's so much information out there. And they have because it's a Facebook group, you can write a question in there and get the answers you need. There's so many people willing to help. There's so many times I went on vacation or went to different countries, and they're like, are you so if you're in No Madness, they call you Tribe. They were like, are you Tribe? And I'm like, yeah. So seeing people abroad in many different countries who are Black, who are traveling, they're like, are you Tribe? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Tribe. Yeah. So
that's what's up.
And then they also have, in the States, they have different groups for their own area. So for example, there was a Tribe DMV where all the people who travel would meet up. I guess it was quarterly, would meet up quarterly. I went to a couple of the meetings. That was really cool. So that way you can meet people in your area who are travelers. And a lot of these people, they have tons of stamps. Like, I'm talking about, they are world travelers. They are about that life.
But is that really just traveling by yourself if you're just going to connect with people that are from your market? Like, you're just going to run in, you know, Pittsburgh is a very small city. Baltimore is a small city. You're going to run into somebody. So is the experience still the same if you're just going to be going with people that are still from your city? I'll say this, there was this plan to do a trip, you know, for Pittsburgh. I think it was called the 412 Takeover. Shouts to Vinar Alexander, who, you know, from here, he's the Connect King, and wanted to do this. And I can't remember what destination But I didn't want to go because I'm like, if I'm going on vacation, I don't want a vacation with people that I'm probably going to see every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So is it the experience the same, or am I just closing myself out from experiencing something new?
Out. Because you can sometimes go on vacation with people and, you all do your own thing. I mean, I have a friend that he travels with his family and they never see him the whole time they're there.
Yeah.
He's like out as soon as he gets there. And they're so used to it, they just do the out to each other. Like they're like, this is, see you when it's time to go back, or they might just hit each other up for dinner.
Yeah.
So like Baltimore had when the Ravens played, they played in London in 2017, 18, and I had went with a group of people, and it was refreshing to see Ravens jerseys around and just going, I didn't know all the people, but it was just refreshing to see that. But I also didn't see a lot at the same time. I didn't even go for the game. I just went just because I was already going to go. And then I was like, oh, y'all are going this weekend. I might as well move my trip. So, but it was just refreshing to see the purple jerseys everywhere. And, but also still getting my tea and crumpets and getting my fish and chips and all of the things. And
so this is traveling. How did you connect with hypnosis?
Yeah.
How did you adopt that love?
So when I was in the middle of the pandemic, I moved to Mexico. I lived in Playa del Carmen, and then I lived in Merida.
I went to Playa del Carmen.
I love Playa.
But I didn't. Anyway, go ahead. I didn't have the experience you had. It's beautiful.
Playa is beautiful. It's very touristy though. Very,
yes, it is. Because I called it Playa, and it's not. It's Playa. But anyway.
So when I was in Merida, I was watching a YouTube video of a hypnotist, and I was watching his show, and I was like, "Oh, this is very interesting." But I just left it at that. And I moved forward, and then this is an American hypnotist. Then I went to the beach the next day, and he was there. And so again, here we are. I don't believe in coincidences. Things happen for a reason. So I'm like, I told him, I was like, "Wow, I just watched you yesterday. You're amazing." And he was like, "Well, do you want to learn?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to learn." And so for 6 weeks, he took me under his wing, and I studied underneath of him. And he threw me in one of the hardest things I ever had to do. He said, if you can help them, you can help anyone. During the pandemic, you have all these men young boys who were basketball players. And if you know anything about basketball players, for the majority of them, for their whole life, all they know is basketball. They're given a basketball at birth. They have the little tykes basketball hoop, like all they know is basketball. And so here we are in a pandemic, and we are all in this state of uncertainty where we don't know what's about to happen. So a lot of them were very stressed, and they were like, some of them wanted to unalive themselves because they didn't think that they were worth anything because all they knew was basketball. And so he was like, if you can help them, you can help anybody. I will say, I'm proud to say none of them have passed, and they're all here. So a lot of them came back and said that they are realizing that they're more than basketball. A couple of them completely quit. Like once basketball resumed, they said, I don't even want to do this. I want to focus on other passions. They were able to find their real self in a way that was very interesting. I'm very proud of myself for that work because that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing, Dinah. It is amazing. It's just something that you see and you witness, not close up. Like I said, I followed you on Instagram, and I remember watching you like, I'm gonna ride my bike, and she had a little bike with a basket, and she's just like, it's just like, wow, I never thought that I would do anything like that. But it can be done. Yeah, it can be done. And I've been to your website, it's ZarahCharm.com, and you have actual clients who have shared their testimonials. Like, I did not think that I could be hypnotized. I did not think that you would take me away from my cravings, like sugar cravings. I did not, and I'm just like, oh Lord, if I could just not like carbs. I would love to not like, I want the carbs to be the devil. I want it to make me swell up. Like I don't want it to have, I don't want to do any, I don't want to have anything to do with carbs. But then I like wine, and I hear wine is a carb. I don't know why, but I you know, and so I commend you on just trusting these feelings and trusting the people. What's been like the biggest takeaway for you for all, because you've accomplished a lot in such little time. This is something that people have accomplished in like 20 years, but this is what, since 2018, 2000. I mean, this is a lot. What's been your biggest takeaway, Zarah?
Just trust yourself. Your intuition is leading you at all times, and it is up to you to actually listen to it. We are trained not to listen to it. We are told to focus on the logic. And the thing is, your intuition is connected to your emotions, and we are told not to be emotional, because when we think of emotions, we think of anger and we think of sadness. And your emotions, there's a gamut of emotions. We feel a bunch of different things. When your body is telling you what it wants to do, your mind is connected to your body. When you understand your emotions are connected to your subconscious, which makes 95% of all of your decisions, then it's like, okay, I have to really be connected to your mind, and I really have to be connected to how I'm feeling, and really taking the time to be like, you know, this doesn't feel good. Like, you've ever walked in a room and you could feel everyone is talking about you? No one said anything, but you can feel that. And so you feel your body tensing up, paying attention to how your body feels. We're taught to move from a place of logic all the time, and that's not real. That's not true. We miss out on so much, and especially as women, because our intuition, that women's intuition, man, that thing is powerful, and we're told not to incorporate it, not touch into it. Oh, y'all just making it up. No, there's a reason why you feel that way. There's a reason why you are thinking.
It's that trained American brain. It's something that we're trained to do. Now on TikTok, you're talking about how change is so uncomfortable and how it's so difficult to embrace change. I just talking to you in just this little short time, I feel like we're trained just by habit and being around people who are also trained and not understanding or recognizing that change is good. It's okay.
Change is wonderful. One thing is we are taught what life is supposed to look like. We've been trained from birth what life is supposed to look like. We're supposed to go to school. We're supposed to go to college. We're supposed to do these things. And then once you get your job, you live happily ever after. And the pandemic showed us that is not even close to being true. So many of us have been through so many changes in such a short period of time. And it's like, now is the time to realize, like, the change has to happen. You have to embrace change. We're not meant to stay at jobs until we die. Like, we don't
say that again.
Thank you.
We don't have to. We can change our lives. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting to do what you've been to school. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to do what you went to school for. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing.
I mean, you can get up. Somebody tell University of Phoenix that.
University of Phoenix. It's okay. Listen,
let Fantasia know before she's put her first classes together that she might not get a job doing.
Right.
Basket weaving. She might.
Look at Khalees. She is a chef.
Yeah.
Khalees is a whole chef.
Well, I mean, she wasn't really nothing.
Oh, well.
The milkshakes they melted.
Well, she was probably inspired from making her milkshake. It was a milkshake. She's like, I can do this for a living. I can make milkshakes for a living. Didn't you write a book? Tell us like how we could get more, because we're nearing the end of the show, but how can we get more from you? Because this is just not enough. So how can we get more from you? Podcast, book, social media. Give us all the deets.
Can I lead y'all through a 5-minute hypnosis? Do we have enough time?
I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Y'all open?
Just take me away from
sugar. Don't have me fall asleep right here in the corner of my house.
Listen, you're good. Listen, so let me tell you about hypnosis. Hypnosis is nothing like what you see on TV. It's very simple. It's very light. If you've ever daydreamed, if you've ever meditated, that's what this will feel like. If you've ever hypnosis, it says we're hypnotized at least 2 to 3 times a day. If you've ever scrolled on social media and looked up and an hour has gone by, that is hypnosis. Yeah. If you've ever binge watched the show, if you're sitting there on Netflix binge watching Love is Blind, that's hypnosis. And so it is all about what you decide to put into your subconscious mind.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What we need to do?
Just take a deep breath in. Let it out. And just close your eyes, listen, and focus to the sound of my voice. And right now, just close your eyes, and I want you to focus all your attention on the sound of my voice. And I want you to imagine right now, I want you to visualize a number line going from 0 to 10. I want you to see it crystal clear, visualizing a number line from 0 to 10. And we are going to take our confidence up from a 5 all the way up to a 10. You were sitting right in the middle at a 5, and we're going to take it up to a 10. On the count of 3, you are going to move from a 5 to a 10. And you're going to move from a 5 to a 6. And when you feel that shift, you're going to feel a shift in your body. You're going to sit a little taller. You're going to feel a little higher. On the count of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Moving up from a 5 to a 6, I want you to sit a little bit taller and push your shoulders back as you feel a shift in your body. Feeling absolutely amazing, feeling powerful, feeling strong. Sitting your head a little higher as you realize you are absolutely feeling more confident, feeling even more powerful, even more abundant, even more amazing in this moment. Feel the shift happening in your body. On the count of 3, we're going to move up from a 6 to a 7. That's right. And you're going to feel even better, feeling absolutely amazing, feeling unstoppable and completely unbreakable. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Moving up to a 7. Feel the shift in your body as you push your back a little bit further, sitting a little bit higher as you feel loose, limp, and relaxed in your body right now. I want you to feel a wave of power surging from the bottom of your feet, going up your legs, going up your thighs, going up your stomach, up your chest, up your neck to the top of your head, feeling even more powerful in this moment, feeling absolutely abundant, amazing, and completely powerful. That's it. And we're going to move up to an 8. And as we move up to an 8, you're going to feel even better, even stronger, even more powerful. And you're going to allow a wave of happiness and joy to wash over you as you move up to an 8. Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Moving up to an 8, feeling that energy surging through your body, going up the bottom of your feet, going up your legs, up your thighs, up your stomach to the top of your head, feeling loose, lip, and relaxed. I want you to right now feel 10 times better, 20 times better, 30 times better, feeling absolutely amazing, letting that smile wipe across your face because you can feel a shift in your body right now as you take a deep breath and realize you can breathe a bit deeper right now. That's it. And right now we're going to move up from an 8 all the way to a 9, feeling absolutely amazing, powerful, unstoppable, and completely unbreakable. Are you ready? Moving from an 8 to a 9, 1, 2, and 3. Feel that shift as you move up from an 8 to a 9. As you now feel even weightless in your body, I want you to notice as you roll your head feels extremely light right now. And as you roll your shoulders are feeling extremely loose. You feel the shift in your body. You feel even better, extremely confident, extremely focused on being the best version of yourself. And it feels amazing. That's it. And we're going to move up to a 10. At this point, when you are at a 10, you are going to feel absolutely amazing, at your absolute best, completely unstoppable and completely unbreakable. From this moment forward, nothing can stop you from being this best version of yourself. Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Moving up to a 10. And right now, I just want you to feel the power right now surging up from the bottom of your feet, going up your legs, up your thighs, up your stomach, up your chest, up your neck to the top of your head, feeling loose, limp, and relaxed and absolutely amazing. And right now, I want you to visualize yourself looking up, and I want you to feel the heat of the sun bearing down on you, making you feel even warm and comfortable and even more abundant and powerful in this moment. As the warmth of the sun is lighting you up, feel the joy of it purging through your whole entire body, feeling absolutely amazing. And on a count of 3, you're going to open your eyes, feeling powerful and completely motivated and ready to get things going. Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
Wow. That was
it just confirmed what I am already.
Come on.
It's amazing.
Come on.
Oh, that felt
wow.
good. That felt good.
I'm like really relaxed. I mean, and I saw some of the testimonials that I think one of the young ladies said it didn't happen like right away, but like the next day she started to feel, a change and a shift. And so I may need to do a consult with you to help me.
I'm on your website right now. I may gotta
to help me with the sugar thing, because I need to. And I was like normally my attention span is so short. I went to a therapist, and I remember the therapist would play white noise for me, and I'd be like, did I leave the iron on? Oh my God, I got to pick my son up from school. Just my experience through that, I wasn't able to hear anything else. Now, nearing the end, I can hear Fred walking down the stairs, and I was like, he's gonna see me like this. He's gonna say, "Bet, bet." How did you ladies feel?
How do you feel?
I felt great, really relaxed. Like, my head was just like up in the clouds. That's what it felt like. So it was well, it was needed.
Yeah, it takes me a moment to focus, but then when I started to focus on the numbers, like raising from one number to the other, and then I was like, on 3, I got to get to a 10, and where is a 7? A 7 is here, and then you would say what a 7 is. You should feel this, and I was like, then I felt the more relaxed. Like whenever we got to I think it was about a 9 or a 7, it was like your back you should be more poised, and I was like finding myself moving up, like okay. And then when I did my neck, I was like, oh. But before you even said about my shoulders moving, my shoulder was moving like, okay, because it was a likeness. It was a likeness. So
I will tell you, this is my first time. And I wasn't skeptical. I guess because with you, I trust you. And so I made myself completely vulnerable. And it was like, okay, I trust you. You're not near me where you could take my wallet. Not that you would, sitting right next to me. But I'm like, well, she can't take my wallet. So I just trust her and I'll be completely vulnerable. So how can anybody else schedule a consult with you, get to know you, not get to know you a little bit better, but yeah, right?
Well,
five on it.
I am Zarah Charm on every platform. That's ZarahCharm.com. On Instagram, on TikTok, I'm everywhere. Zarah Charm, $ Zarah Charm, if we're gonna throw out the Cash App.
Listen.
I am on every platform at ZarahCharm.com, Zarah Charm for sure. And just get ready because the traveling's about to begin again.
That's right.
All the good things are happening. So
I'm gonna hit you up about that travel. I gotta get it together. You know.
I told you, a friend of mine told me I need to go to Africa, and so I just gotta call you a little bit more. I may text you and be like, "Help me, Zarah. I need to figure it out."
You're ready, I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
Like everybody be like, you should go back to the motherland. I just didn't have a desire to go to Africa.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Africa. It's something.
I mean, but me personally, I was like, I didn't have a desire to go to Africa. Like my sister went to Ghana. She was like, "Are you coming?" Like, no.
Well, let me ask this question. You still do hair? You still do hair?
Sorry.
You hear me?
She like, she got hypnotized. She fell off the screen like, ooh.
Like, I don't know.
I do.
Well, you can't do mine because mine is locked. So I missed the flat twist. But let me just tell you, I love you. I love your spirit. I love your journey. You're amazing. I'm a fan. If there's anything that you need from me, I got you. You know that. I thank you so much for taking the time out wherever you are on this planet. I don't know if you're in Timbuktu or wherever. I thank you so much for being there and just for saying yes and say less. Like she was like, say less. I got you. No problem. So I thank you. And I'm just so appreciative of the God appointed time that he placed you in my life. So thank you. Thank you for that. And, I don't even know how long it was that you did my hair, but it was just like, I was like, I love her. And I just, I saw you and just know that whatever it is, I got you.
And vice versa.
Right.
So nice meeting you, Zarah.
So nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for having me.
We gotta go, lady.
Okay, I know. So we're on all streaming apps.
All streaming apps.
Podcast. You can call us if you have any questions or comments. 412-709-6130. Also, you can email theheyGirlHeyPodcast@gmail.com if you have any questions. Thank you so much, Dinah Blackwell. So many people have been watching, just throughout the show. So thank you so much for doing that. I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
And I am the chatter chick, LaShawn.
And I'm y'all millennial chick, Jer.
All right. What's Zara's name? What's her chick name?
Zarah.
Hypnosis chick.
Zarah Charm chick.
The charm
The
chick.
charm,
The
the
charm
charm
chick.
chick.
That's cute. I like it.
The charm chick. Okay.
Charm chick.
We got the charm chick in the building. Thank you so much, Zarah Charm. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today.